This is a quick instructional video on how to use the pumps, just to kind of refresh your memory. Davis Station, Woodland Station, they have one. You'll be advised by dispatch to pick it up before you transfer. You're going to get to the hospital, you're going to find a patient on a drip. Or the doctor is going to order a drip to be started just prior to transport. In this case, we have a full set and a half set drip line. You should be familiar with that. The full set actually has the drip chamber and the spike, so if you're spiking a new bag, you're going to use a full set. It has this mechanism here which goes into the pump. A half set is something that you would unplug from the patient and you plug it into your half set here, and that has the mechanism for the pump. So at this point, that's been done. This little mechanism here, with the white tab pulled out, it's closed. With the white tab pushed in, it's open and you're flooding your line to get the air out. Now that it's been flooded, I'm going to close it again. Now it's closed. We're ready to go. On the pump, I'm going to turn it on. You're going to be greeted with the general serial number page, and it's going to take you to this screen. It's going to show whichever channel was last used. If you see a service now message or this unit out of service or something like that, you need to call your supervisor right away. Advise them that this needs to go in for service. Also, you're going to need to pick up a new pump, either at the Woodland Station or the Davis Station. Your supervisor will advise you on whether you're going to do that or they're going to send the closest unit to that pump. So at this point, we're going to administer this medication that the hospital has ordered. They have ordered us specifically to give 47 milliliters per hour of whichever medication. Could be heparin, amiodarone, something like that. I'm going to choose channel A. It's going to take me to the settings page. As you can see now, it's set at 147. That's 147 milliliters per hour. They want it at 47. So I'm going to select the down arrow. I could go one by one, or I could use the fast down. It goes by 25s. Down to 50. Back to 47. Okay, I'm going to select enter. That's going to lock in my 47. Volume remaining. This tells us how much is left in the bag or in the bottle of the medication that you're giving. So in this case, it's a brand new bag. There's 250 milliliters of the medication saline mix. So I'm going to make sure to up that to 250. That tells the machine that we're giving 47 milliliters per hour. The bag is starting with 250 milliliters in it. I'm going to press enter. It tells me in 5 hours and 19 minutes it'll be empty. That's just kind of a reminder to you of how much time you have before the medication runs out. This tells you how much has been infused. I'm going to clear that because we haven't started our pump yet. We haven't given any. We haven't started. So at this point, I'm good to go. I'm going to head back out to my standard display. Sorry, enter to lock in your clear. So I set it at 0. I clicked enter to lock in that 0. And now I'm going back out to my standard display. So now we're ready to go. It's set at 47 milliliters per hour. I've got 250 left. I've got my drip mechanism here that's closed. Kind of inserts from the bottom, slides up in there, and now it's in. So at this point, my pump mechanism is in, and I'm good to hit start. Now it's telling me to check my air sensor. It's likely because it's not pushed up against a patient. They don't get the resistance from the patient's vein and the patient's blood. So the machine knows it's probably not hooked up to a patient, so it's giving me an error now. But in the real world, this will be pumping now. You will see the volume start to change as it infuses. If you run into any problems, you hit stop, and it will stop the pump. If you need to take it out completely, you grab your white tab and just completely pull it out. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to call a supervisor, or you can always call me.